Hi, I'm Kathy and welcome to my channel. Do you ever get tired of making Salisbury steak out of the cube steak all the time? It's always Salisbury steak. Slap on some gravy, maybe some fried onions, maybe some mushrooms, but it's always the same. What else do you do with cube steak? Well, tonight let me show you a different way that you can make a very easy, very tasty cube steak dinner. Let's get started. I decided that I wanted to make tonight's cube steak a little different with more of a Cuban flair. So what I've done ahead of time is you can see here I've got some of the cube steaks. I have 4 nice size that came in the package, and I let it marinate for about 30 minutes in this mojo sauce. It's a mojo marinade, and it's got garlic and onions and some other herbs and spices and orange. So it makes a great, wonderful marinade on meat, also on chicken and on pork. But I've got it on the beef cube steaks. And again, I marinated it probably for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to make some yellow rice, boxed. And I put this in my rice cooker, so that is cooking right now. And then I'm going to do some ripe plantains. It's the sweetened kind is called maduros. And here's, I don't know if you can see the package here, but it's basically ripe bananas, but it's a different kind of plant. It's plantains. And I take the maduros and I put them in the frying pan with a little bit of olive oil and some butter, and it just makes it really brings out the sweetness in the plantains, and that'll be dinner tonight. But this is it, and it's super easy and it doesn't take a lot of time. So meet you over at the stove. While my yellow rice is cooking in the rice cooker, I have put in a couple of tablespoons of olive oil into my pan here, and I am going to now just place the cube steak into the pan. These have been marinating again for about 30 minutes in the mojo marinade. Oh, smells wonderful. Yum yum. And I'm just going to drizzle some of this marinade back onto the meat here. I'm going to turn the heat down to medium. And you just let it sit in the pan and cook for a little bit. And then I'm going to flip them in a sec. Oh, I almost forgot. My complete seasoning that has all the nice garlic and herbs and things like that. I'm going to sprinkle some of that on, even though the marinade had a good amount of it, of seasons in it too. I always like to add a little bit more with the complete season. It doesn't take very long to cook the cube steak. You just want to make sure you cook it all the way through. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just flipping these cube steaks over. While the cube steaks are cooking and the rice is almost done, I'm going to start with the maduros, or the sweet plantains. And I have probably about a tablespoon of olive oil in this pan and 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to melt the butter down. So the butter is melting nicely, and I'm going to pour the plantains into the pan and turn down the heat to medium. I don't want to burn these. And they're basically already cooked. They come frozen, but all you have to do is just kind of saute them. And the maduros is the ripened plantains, so they're sweeter. And this has a nice flavor. And I like what the butter does. The butter just caramelizes the sugar in the plantains. And we just let that sit for a little bit, and then I'll flip them in a sec. You want to make sure that you have them nicely in a single layer on your pan. The cube steaks I turn over a couple of times just so I can get it to kind of brown on both sides. You'll see that this is starting to brown. I'm gonna flip these, the plantains over to get the other side. They're already starting to get a golden crisp on the side that's been cooking. They look so pretty. And you can see here how they're getting a nice brown. And that's what the butter does with the sugar in the plantain. Just going to let that sit there for just a few minutes and let the other side get a nice toasty caramelized color to it. And my rice just got finished cooking in the rice cooker. The meat is done. And now I'll just turn down the heat on everything and get it all on the table. Tonight's dinner is served. There's the wonderful cube steak that I marinated in the mojo sauce. It's got all kinds of herbs and sour orange flavor in it. Brings a very nice flavor to the cube steaks. Something very different from the Salisbury steak we usually make. There's a nice bowl of maduros, which is a sweetened plantain, and here's a bowl of yellow rice. Oops, I guess I forgot the green veggies. Oh well, let's just open a bottle of wine and dig in. I hope you enjoyed tonight's recipe. The cube steak marinated in the mojo sauce, and the rice and the plantains. A little bit of Cuban flair, something very different to do with cube steak. And it's easy and very tasty. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe down below so that you get the notification for next week's fabulous, easy, and tasty meal. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening. Bye.